So now let's talk about mode and mean in group data, right? So in these cases, we'll be looking for the modal class. So I've got three tables here, one for marks and numbers of people, one for masses and numbers of goats, and then one for heights and numbers of people. So for each of these, what we want to do is to find the modal class. The modal class. Now, the modal class is going to be the class with the highest frequency, right? In other words, with the most number of items in it. So if you look at the first class here, right, or in the first table, sorry, right, you've got the classes 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. And then you've got your frequencies 2, 11, 3, 7. The largest frequency is 11, and it belongs to that class there, 10 to 20. So for the first one, the modal class is going to be 10 to 20 because it's got the highest frequency. If we go to the second table here, we've got your classes again, 0 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25. You've got your frequencies 4, 3, 10, 8. Now, the highest frequency is 10, and it belongs to that class, 15 to 20. So our modal class for that second one is going to be 15 to 20. And then last year, we've got our heights, right? 130 to 140, 140 to 150, 150 to 160, 160 to 170. Then you've got your frequencies here, 6, 12, 3, 5. The highest frequency was 12. It belongs to that class, 140 to 150. So our modal class was going to be 140 to 150. So that's how simple it is to find your modal class. Now let's proceed to the mean, right? If you're going to find the mean for the grouped data, because we have groups, the first thing you need to do is to find class centers for all the classes involved. So you need to find class centers, right? Once you find the class centers, you multiply class center by the corresponding frequency. So you'll be saying class center times frequency, class center times frequency. You go to the next class center times frequency of that class. You go to the next class center times frequency of that class. Then you sum it up. And then third thing, you sum up the products of step 2, and then you divide by the total frequency. You divide by the total frequency. So let's see how that works out in these examples. So the first thing I have is this, right? Here. So the first thing to do is to look for our class centers, right? For all these classes. We need to look for our class centers. So 0 plus 10 divided by 2 gives you a 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2 gives you a 15. 20 plus 35 divided by 2 gives you 27.5. 35 plus 40 divided by 2 gives you 37.5. So I trust you know how to do this. If not, you need to watch the first video on group data so it can help you with calculating or finding class centers. Once you've done that, you're going to proceed now to your next step, which is class center times frequency, class center times frequency, class center times frequency, class center times frequency. So it's going to be 5 times 8 plus 15 times 7 plus 27.5 times 6 plus 37.5 times 4. We're going to squeeze it there. And then you divide by the total frequency. In other words, you add up all these, right? 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 4. So that's the first thing. When you calculate this, this should give you 460 over 25. And then if you divide, it should give you 18.4. So this should be, these were marks. So this should be your mean mark. This should be your mean mark. Let's try another example. Find the mean height. An apple farmer walks through his orchard and records the heights of small trees in a table, right? So here's the table. We've got the heights in classes, and then we've got the number of trees as the frequencies. So the first thing, if you're going to calculate the mean, find class centers, right? Find the class centers. Find the class centers. 0 plus 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 plus 40 divided by 2 is 30. 40 plus 50 divided by 2, that's 45. And then 50 plus 60 divided by 2, that's 55. So those are your class centers. So if you're going to calculate this, your mean height is going to be class center times frequency plus class center times frequency, class center times frequency, class center times frequency. So it's going to be 10 times 8 plus 30 times 4 plus 45 times 15 plus 55 times 10. Then you're going to divide all of this over the total frequency, 8 plus 4 plus 15 plus 10. So if we calculate this and take this to the next page, you're going to get 1,425 divided by 37. If you divide, you get 38.5. That was centimeters. So that's centimeters. That's going to be your mean height for the trees. So that's the simple procedure for calculating your mean.